Hello. I got a Fox Farm beer. Went to Fox Farm. It's worth a trip. They're in a rural, weird part of Connecticut, very close to the casinos, but they're the opposite of that. So this is called Allora Citra and Mosaic IPA. Looks like I checked this in on Untapped. I got it on draft in 2018, and I said something about Centennial being in it. Obviously, Centennial is not Citra or Mosaic. Maybe it was different back then. Maybe it was marked wrong on Untapped or something. But this one is getting close to a month and a half old. It is canned on August 30th. But bought it straight from the brewery. Refrigerated the whole time. So we'll see. I have noticed that some Fox Farm beers, at least last time I was there, it was like a year and a half ago. Or even longer almost. I noticed that some of their beers, when you got to like a month or so, they'd clear up a bit. But I noticed that they were still really good. Unlike some hazy IPAs, when they lose the haze, they really lose their qualities that you like. So that one, yeah, not too hazy. Especially the stream when I poured it, looked pretty clear. I'll see if I can shake up the bottom, add some in later on. But yeah, right now it kind of just looks like a Belgian wit beer almost or something. You can sort of see my finger through there. So that one, yeah, it's kind of spicy yeast forward. What's nice is that on their website they do list the canning date of all this stuff, and maybe I should learn to pass on the ones that are a little bit older. But I did have a review of Burst. They're like standard IPA where I rolled the can around and I thought it really improved it. That's what I should have done with this one, I bet, because I'm just not getting a huge amount of aroma. Oh, there's some of that blueberry mosaic stuff, but then it's just kind of like spicy, yeasty candy. Oh yeah, there's some dank in there. Probably just need to get my nose in there a little bit better. A good amount of hop flavor. It just like doesn't jump out at me as a New England IPA. It doesn't say it on here. But some other stuff, especially like the double IPA, super duper hazy. Mild bitterness. It's got that peachy berry sort of thing. I feel like the Citra is just kind of blending in with this candy-like yeast. Kind of light-bodied. It's only 6.4. A little small compared to your average New England IPA. So let's see if I can get some sediment in here. And I love that they stick with these cross sticker cans. I feel like a lot of breweries, when they first started canning stuff, they did these weird stickers like Finback used to do a strip. Way back in the day, when Mystic still existed, they did that. Fox Farm, they still only ship, they don't ship their cans or bottles. They only send draft out. So maybe because they're selling it all from the brewery. That didn't really add much. That didn't really add anything. Maybe it's got a little bit more hop bite. But as I've mentioned, and there have been experiments, there are a lot of hop compounds and flavorful things in beer that cannot exist in a totally clear beer. Like certain things, certain hop compounds, flavors, whatever, will stick to the haze, stick to the proteins. And that's why you can have them in high enough concentrations to really notice them. And that's why hazy IPA is one of the reasons it's very different from West Coast IPA. And now there's a little bit more haze. I think I'm getting more hoppiness. At first it was pretty yeast forward and kind of just a little lackluster. I'm not really getting any oxidation, but that's definitely the age might have an effect. And now we're getting, yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm getting more haze now. See, it's kind of hard to see my finger through there now. And a lot of breweries, some of my favorite ones, they figured out how to keep the yeast in suspension really, really well, like Treehouse, not Trillium, sorry. Sometimes Trillium's good. Bissell Brothers, Fiddlehead. I don't know how Fiddlehead has managed to make Fiddlehead such a great, inexpensive, and consistent IPA. I drink that more than probably any other craft beer. Yeah, so I've got a few chunks here. Pretty nice head. Yeah, this one, for a lot of breweries, if their hazy IPA got cleared up and it was not very good, I would dock them. And maybe I should, I'm docking a little bit for this one, but it really does seem like when you add the bottom, it doesn't just put in these weird, gross chunks and create throat burn. This is still really nice head, carbonation, feel, very, very pleasant. Just once the hops kind of fall, hop oils fall to the bottom, come out of suspension a bit, it just kind of becomes a boring yeasty beer. Like yeast forward, I don't mean like yeast sedimenty or there's stuff in there. Just like it's their yeast profile, the candy stuff just comes forward. So that added a lot of haze. But no gross chunks. It's just like more hazy beer being added to it. And that's much better. Yeah, so I guess you have to treat the Fox Farm beers like Hefeweizens and roll them, stir them up a little bit. For a lot of hazy IPAs, I might say don't do that because sometimes there's way too much sediment and it's going to be gross chunks and it's going to add a lot of throat burn too. But with Fox Farm, it's the opposite. Alright, well I guess this review's been too long. I didn't talk about what this beer tasted like too much. And now it's kind of your classic Citra Mosaic. Passion fruit. Peach. Not exactly banana bubblegum, but some fruity candy esters like that. Yeah, it's pretty good. Just make sure you get the yeast in there. For a rating, a little over a 4. Bye.